Goldylocks Productions broadcasts universal cosmic frequencies that unlock, awaken, and expand the consciousness of our worldwide viewers and listeners.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Enjoy the Goldylocks Productions presentation of the In the Psychic Flow Show with Carolan Carey.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to In the Psychic Flow. I'm your host, Carolan Carey. Wonderful to be here tonight. Thank you for people who are joining us already. Richard Riddle, thank you so much for being here. We really enjoy all of our guests that come in. They're dedicated followers of the shows on Goldylocks Productions, and we are delighted. Here's Sugar Magnolia. Thank you so much. Now get ready because we need your date of birth, everybody. We got a very special guest tonight. And before I bring her on, I just want to remind you, we are now on Rumble. So you can check that link out. And if you are listening and not watching, I'm going to repeat some of the validation that we get this evening. In case you're driving home or you're making dinner for the kids or whatever, and you don't have time to watch the comments. I will read out some of the validation that Joanne and myself receive from our watchers. And so we're delighted to have you on. Please check out Rumble as well. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share too. And, you know, give us a thumbs up. We really could use that. We also have a feature on YouTube for the show hosts to get a tip if you'd like to give us that. Our super sticker people get read first. We give them the first dibs on the readings because we have so many people. Sometimes we can't get everybody. So we appreciate that. You do not have to feel obligated, but it is much appreciated by all the show hosts on Goldylocks Productions. So we thank you very much. What else did I want to say to you? My website is up here, carolancarey.com. I hope that you will consider me your spirit connection. Okay, without further ado, the night that we've been waiting for, Psychic Joanne Leo joins us this evening. Hi, Joanne.
Hi, Carolan. Hello, everybody.
Wonderful to see you. And since we have on a new platform, I'm going to elaborate on your bio a little bit, just in case people have not don't know who you are, which I find hard to believe. But in case they don't, let's refresh their memory or introduce them to you. You are Psychic Joanne Leo, website psychicjoanneleo.com. You are the soul reader. You do tarot with a twist and readings from the heart. You also do life coaching. And the way that you came to this spot in your life was several years ago through a miraculous set of events. You were a six-figure corporate exec who changed her game plan here and started doing psychic numerology, which nobody does. Nobody. And I have to say, nobody gives a reading like you. It is so detailed, right, and unique to specific to the person because it is based on their date of birth and their birth name, which you have told me is your blueprint in heaven. So you have a direct contact there. And it's not just like astrology and it's not just like numerology. It's so much more. And of course, you do life coaching and counseling as well during your readings, which is so beneficial to everybody.
Yeah.
Joanne, what do you have to share with us tonight? We are so looking forward to having you with us.
Well, I always like to bring some fun things and go into my vault of collection, which I started back in the early 1980s. But I have Archangel Michael cards I have today, which I'm going to add to some of the readings, and messages from the soul cards. So I always like to give a little bit of different things each time I come on. And you were absolutely right, because my reading is so different that I can't even teach it because it is a download from heaven. And it is my great pleasure to help all these beautiful spiritual people.
That's marvelous. Thank you so much for sharing that. I also want to point out, I have your beautiful necklace that you gave me as Kuan Yin on here, who is a healer who I dealt with and first met actually when I started Reiki many years ago. And I really needed that today. So thank you. I thought I'm going to wear this. I want to wear this pendant and I was ripping through my closet trying to find something like red, So I had bought this shirt. I hadn't worn it yet. And I said, oh, perfect. I like the red because it feels very vibrant, and it's making me feel more awake today. So I want to thank you, Joanne, for this lovely gift.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for this. Joanne is a very good friend of mine. We met doing psychic fairs, and we've worked several together, and we refer people back and forth, and she is a godsend to me. So let's see who we have this evening. What else are you going to bring? So you got angel cards. You have a couple other things up your sleeve.
I have my powerful for yes and no direction. My Archangel Michael pendulum. Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, yeah. So now, when you ask a question, I haven't used a pendulum in many, many years, but I don't have the patience. That's why.
Well, I use it for confirmation too.
For confirmation.
Yeah.
So you're going to explain when it goes one way, it means yes. When it goes the other way, it means no.
Yes. But you know what? Everybody's different. My yes and my no's are so different than most people's. And that's because your energy and it works differently. So if you're going to get a pendulum, you need to bond with it. Number one. First of all, you need to cleanse it in sea salt water. And then you need to, pray and do a little prayer and ask for God's guidance and call on your higher power. And then you ask, what is my direction for yes? And that's mine, which is different than most people. And now and you always show reverence when you're working with spiritual items, whether it's cards, whether it's a pendulum, because it has to be revered. Okay. And then show me my direction for my no. Everybody will be different. Thank you. That was my no. So everybody.
That's a good point. Thank you for saying that, because if people are going to do this or they have been doing it.
I mean, even when I worked expos, and I would use this as, at some given points, either with the cards or I was validating what someone had said. Okay. They say, oh, well, that's my no, or that I don't get it that way. And I go, that's absolutely correct, because everybody is different. We have to understand that you can go on a website. That's not the way spirit works. Spirit works with your center, with your energy. And that's what's most important.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much Joanne, for explaining that. And I'm sure you'll go into a little bit more when you start using it. What else did I want to ask? So I said psychicjoanneleo.com. Don't forget to check out Joanne. Also, I want to mention Joanne does family charts. So, it's great to know your mother is, 1672 and you're, like something 80. How, what is about each other? How do you work with each other? How do you parallel? I think that's very interesting and helpful.
Well, families all gravitate, number one, on a soul level. Now, what role they play is another story, because as a soul, which never dies, when you're up in heaven, you choose your mother, your father, your siblings, all your relatives, your schools, your jobs, your friends, your lovers, some of the not great times and some of the most fabulous times. It's like your blueprint, okay? And you designed it when you're up in heaven, because we all have lessons to learn, either through people, places, and things, or events, you could say, instead of things. So there are different scenarios, and even though that some might be really tough, there's always a lesson to learn. Was I too trusting? Was I naive? You have to figure out what was the part that gave you an aha moment, even though it might have been a tough scenario. The great thing about doing charts for families is you can see the karmic connections and the lessons, and also how they're done. Like when I did my family, I was blown away. when I did that many, many years ago. But we were all in synergy, and it was really incredible on how my brothers and I had different lessons, but yet there was a big circle of connection. So
Wow.
it's interesting to do children, because remember, your children choose you for mothers and fathers. Now, I know there's a lot of people out in the audience here, and they'll say, well, my husband and I, or my wife and I, are not together. Well, there was karma, a karmic lesson there too. But your children still chose that father, to bring them into this world, and to experience that maybe their parents weren't going to be together. But there's always lessons to learn, and that's where the life coaching comes in. Even when I do the other readings, because I kind of marry things together. It's nothing concrete in stone as far as, it's good. Every reading is different, you know. So,
Thank you for that.
Yeah, and everybody's chart is different. So,
interesting, right?
Yes.
Fascinating information. You're just like an encyclopedia, Joanne. Thank you so much. All right, let's start. They're chomping at the bit. Hello, Sugar Magnolia. Hello, Ruth. Nice to see you. Richard, Sugar Magnolia. We got Kim. We got Anna. Thank you, Anna, for joining us. We got a sticker from Sugar Magnolia, who is Kim. And she put her birth date on here somewhere. 1 second. I know you did. Somewhere. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll find it. Ruth put hers on here too. Okay, let's see.
Good.
Where is... I guess she didn't put it on here. Okay.
Kim, we need your birthday.
Oh, 6/4/70. I knew I saw it. Thank you. Thanks for bearing with me. Sometimes I can't read these things as fast as I would like to. I'm scanning. But thank you so much for your super sticker, Kim. We really appreciate it. It was so nice to see your face the other night at our spiritual circle. Thank you. And let's see what Joanne has for you. She's got a lot of goodies in her toolbox tonight. So let's see.
Okay. This is really good, Kim, because really, basically, this is going to be a year. You're in a year of a lot of family stuff, or a lot of responsibility things. And there's decision to be making by the end of June. Now, excuse me, we're in a retrograde. And so, it's not something to start, but it's a good time to wrap up things too. And it's a good time to do inventory, Kim, of if it's emotional, financial, just day-to-day stuff. It's good to do your pros and cons so that you can sort through it. I'm a big believer. Get out the piece of paper and do your pros and cons on each side. Also, too, in your birth chart, first of all, I know that you're very organized. You like things very structured, but you're also very nurturing, but you can tend to be a fixer. And I'm going to say this to my people out there that are fixers. People will come to you because A, you're strong, B, you're, wicked smart, and you're good at sorting things through. So they come to you with problems, and you give them all, you're going to fix it, or you take it on. Well, no, the thing to do if you're a fixer is you're going to wind up a victim, because they're going to keep coming back or blame you for when things don't work out because they don't have the wherewithal to do it. So I tell my fixers, this is what you need to do. Give your advice, give some suggestions, and you follow up with, I'm sure you'll figure it out, because they need to enact the change. They need to enact the solution. And I go through this daily, believe me. But it's a lesson to learn. It's not that you're selfish. So get that out of your heads, folks. It's not selfish. It's just that these people will never, ever learn if they don't figure it out and apply the answer to the problem. So I know that you're very organized. People see that in you. And this year is all about making some decisions. Now, I don't know, in July, August, and September, it's like there's something that you need to work on. I don't know if this is on a personal level or a work level. Let's see. Is it personal? Let me see. Personal. So there's something that you need to draw some very strong guidelines or boundaries. And if you've listened to me on Carolan's show many times, boundaries are critical. It's kind of like the crossing guard. It's got the stop sign. Why does the crossing guard use the stop sign? To prevent tragedy, or to direct traffic, or to protect people. Sure. Well, in your head and in your heart, you have to use the crossing guard mentality of what's yours and what's not yours, making a suggestion or forming up the stop sign of something that is not good for you. So this applies to everybody that's listening. You need to get into the mode of good for me, not good for me, healthy for me, not healthy for me. On a soul level, that's how you grow. Okay? So I think this is really good. There's going to be some things that you're going to have to look at this year. And all I'm going to tell you is, Kim, don't be rigid about it. Try to say what else is possible. That should be kind of in the back of your mind. And everything that comes at you this year, what else is possible? So that it's just not the same old solution. Okay? So let's see what Archangel Michael. This is...
Good. Thank you.
You got the Innocent card. And what this means to me psychically or intuitively, however you want to master that, this to me says don't be gullible, don't be naive, and don't be taken advantage of. Now I'll read you what the card says. Dear God, dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see all the qualities of pure love light are reflected within me and all others. Help me embrace my God-given innocence so that I may be at peace.
Lovely.
Good card.
Thank you. If you could pull a card for our super stickers after you're done with them, that would be a little extra for them. I appreciate that.
Well, you got to give me the heads up of who's.
I will tell you. So we got Kim. She was a super sticker. Thank you for that beautiful reading, Kim. Thank you for joining us. And I just want to share a moment. I had to learn that lesson from you, Joanne, that I'm sure you will figure it out, because I would take everybody's problems in and I would get irritated when they didn't follow my advice,
right,
or my suggestion. And I had to realize you have to let go of this. So that was very powerful for me. Thank you for that. Okay, let me go to my next. Anna D is our super sticker. Next super sticker. And Anna, 11/8/1959. Anything about finances or anything else would be appreciated, Joanne.
Okay.
And if you can just run her numbers and pull a card for her as well, that would be great. If that's what you want to do, or you could pull a different card.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
So here's the thing. And it's funny when we even do shows, Carolan, how people and like Anna and Kim may not even know each other, but they're on the channel. They're both in the same energy state. They're both in a 6th year this year. Oh. So what does that mean? That means that's all about responsibility, figuring things out, also not to be victimized or to be taken advantage of because you got a kind heart, because you're so responsible and loving. But a 6 energy is always about family, responsibility, nurturing. But you have to remember one thing that they don't teach you in school. You have to nurture yourself. If you don't nurture yourself, you're going to run out of energy here, because everybody can be pulling from you, Anna. So, and Anna, you're sensitive too, so you need to follow your gut feelings so that you're not pulling and driven in other different directions. I know why you're concerned about finances, because it zeroes in on your birth, on the day you were born. There's some decisions to make financially. And Spirit gave me a message the other day, and don't go for this phony baloney stuff, money they're talking about, okay? I wouldn't be doing that. Or if you got some of that, I'm really feeling very strongly that if, things have gotten kind of wonky, so to speak, everything's more expensive and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I say stick with, if you're going to invest, and change it to like precious metals and get out of all the other stuff right now. That's what I'm feeling very strongly. Spirit gave that to me the other day. Just for the time being, things are too wonky. I call them wonky right now. Things are wonky. I mean, I went to the grocery store and I couldn't believe it. It was like ridiculous.
I know.
And gas. I mean,
Yes.
it's like crazy. Okay, so let me see what else I got here. I think what's going to happen here, number one, is that when you get into July, August, and September, you're going to have to retool, rework whatever you're doing, either work-wise, financial-wise, or whatever. Keep a close eye on it, is what I'm trying to tell you here. Okay. And then year end, I feel like things are going to lighten up quite a bit. And I think that things are going to be more balanced for you, but you cannot let other people during that cycle, October, November, and December, play games with you or manipulate you in any way, shape, or form. This is not a year for you to be doling out money, so be careful if somebody wants to borrow money, okay? And so let's see, we're going to do messages from the soul for, and I love, this goes along with what I just picked up spiritually. This is Oceana, okay? It's a beautiful card.
I love that card.
This is an action card. This means this is no time to be sitting on your laurels and watch, the daisies grow here, okay? This is take action. This means make a to-do list, make a goal list, make sure that you're using the principles that I teach, good for me, not good for me, healthy for me, not healthy for me. It has got nothing to do with ego. It's got nothing to do with selfish. And that's where a lot of people give different kind of spiritual advice and talk about ego and all that. No. You're God's child. If you're an heir to a kingdom, okay? So this says take action. You're in touch with your truth, which I know that you're intuitive. Follow that. Don't turn it into, use your gift. If it doesn't look right, feel right, smell right, don't do it, Anna, because your gut's telling you the truth. And it says, and you need to trust. Oh my God, I said that. And guess what the next line is? You won't believe it. And it says, and you need to trust your gut.
Awesome.
Wow. And lovingly assert yourself. So my direct line to heaven gave me the gut thing. And then here it is. Right. There's your confirmation, Anna. That was pretty cool.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anna, for your sticker tonight. Appreciate you as always. Anna says, thank you, Joanne. Much appreciated. Love your advice and insight. Much love. So if you are listening to us, I'm going to read out some comments as we get them. Got a lot of people coming on here today, two of which I want to point out. Did I get my super sticker, people? 1, 2. Yes. Okay. We have a couple of other guests with us tonight. Hi, Robin. Hi, Veronica. We have Ruth Saltman, the Inspirational Soul show host. She's on here. And please check out all the shows on Goldylocks Productions. Also, we have Laura Romero, Angels and Healing Light Show. Please check out her show. Wonderful. Both ladies are incredibly insightful and talented. I consider them soul sisters, so I appreciate them joining me tonight. They are beautiful souls. Okay. Richard Riddle, another beautiful soul. So thank you, show host, for joining me. Okay, let me get to next. The first one up. Oh, Richard Riddle did not give me his date of birth, but we will get to him. If he feels like doing that, he could do that. Ruth Saltman, our show host on Goldylocks Productions, 4/4/63. And if you could just do her psychic numerology, that would be fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, just on your birth chart, Ruth, number one, I would consider you the salt of the earth. You know, my grandma used to say that. That'd be
Mhm.
like, or she'd say, oh, that person's like a piece of bread, you know, which was a manna of life, right?
Yes, he
You
is.
you definitely have that about you in your birth chart. Uh, you're not the type of person I'd throw a surprise party for, though. You you know you like things in order, and you like to know what's coming, and you're a planner. Um, and your home is really kind of like your castle. That's where you really feel your strongest energy. Now, I'm looking at what's going on with you this year, and this year is all about uh, I think reevaluating, or if you're gonna write
Oh,
pieces
yes.
or you're gonna write a book. This is something, you know, it's in a planning stage. So, uh, being that you're organized and all that kind of good stuff, that's something that I feel is structural. Now, I don't know if you're going to write articles or a book or some sort of instruction. I do get that very strongly.
Good.
Um, I also feel that I want you to be aware of this in July, August, and September. Okay, I want you. It's either watch for anything legal, any kind of contract, anything that you needs negotiation. When this influence comes in a chart, I will tell you: do not speed because you're going to get a ticket.
Ooh,
Do not have that second glass of wine if you're out and about because you will get a DUI. So it's a caution, it's a decision, it's a balancing cycle. That's July, August, and September. October, November, and December, I feel more like almost like a spiritual or working on something to completion of what you've been doing. Maybe it's a project, or maybe it's an event or something. But it's a very good cycle for you to wrap things up or plan things or set it in your calendar and set it in stone. Does that make sense? So there you
beautiful.
go, Ruth. God bless you.
Thank you so much. That was great, Joanne. That's confirmation for a few things I've heard her receive, which I've given her and other people have given her. So that's beautiful. Let me see. I got Richard Riddle's date of birth on here, which I did not write down, but I know we put it here. So let me get, because he was our first person on.
Okay.
Let me get to him. I apologize, people. I'm a slow scanner now for some reason. I think the
You're,
print is small. I think that's what it is. All right. Oh, here it is. 9/11/71 is Richard.
well, first of all, Richard, just not even tapping in totally and doing your little um, pinnacles and challenges here, and not even getting into your personal year. I know for as sure as I'm sitting here that you were a healer or a high spiritual teacher in many lifetimes, at least two lifetimes. Okay,
Wow.
and in this lifetime, you had to learn to find balance here, Richard. Okay, because you're too sensitive, you feel it, and it's sometimes very intense with the combination of your numbers. So you gotta look for that hook of that balance. It's kind of like when I'm done doing my readings, it's kind of like I close that door. Okay. I I just said this today in one of my clients. If I'm out socially and they say, "Oh, there's Psychic Joanne Leo," and then a bunch of people come up and they'll, "Can you give me a reading?" Yes, I can schedule an appointment. You see, you have to be selective here with the part of establishing boundaries. If I'm
Yes.
socializing and I'm hanging out with you and we're going to have a good time, that's what we're going to do. Now, I can talk about, spiritual modalities, things like that, but I'm not doing readings when I'm in a social environment uh, because it's a serious personal thing. So, but anyway, right now, this is all about you weighing things out this year. You've got to be true to yourself. You've got to weigh things out. Good for me, not good for me, healthy for me, not healthy for me. this is a very good time for you to go in and work on some healing, some inner boo-boos, okay? And I know you got a couple. Same thing, watch anything that you must sign or anything that's legal or anything that holds your foot to the fire or responsibility-wise, July, August, and September. No drinking, driving, no speeding, because this is the sign of the law here. And believe me when I tell you that I've had people call me up crying because they thought I was, just being lightly addressing it. No, if I say it, it's something for you to heed. Okay? There you go, Richard. God bless you, darling.
Oh, thank you, Richard, for joining us. I just wanted to give you a little feedback there, Joanne. Anna D said, love the information, Joanne. Is always fascinating. Love it. And also, she really appreciated the gut feeling. She likes that. I can't get her exact quote, but she was very happy about that. We also have Robin McGuire. And let's see her birthday was yesterday. And Robin is ROBYN.
Okay, is that 716, right?
Yeah.
I mean, 616. What am I
616.
Hello.
Happy birthday, Robin.
Yeah. Well, this is interesting, Robin, because I want to say this to you, darling. You're going to go through a transformation, and I want to say it started. This is June, so I want to say this started around March. So it's an 18-month cycle. So you've got all the way till next March plus 5, which will be to August of next year. And this is like, I compare it to like a butterfly that goes through transformation. They start out as a caterpillar, 5 inches long or whatever, and they squeak down to a little fraction and wrap themselves in a chrysalis. God knows how long they're in this chrysalis, because each one is different, right? But they emerge totally different. And so this is like going into the attic and really assessing your last 8 years, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, the whole Megillah. Okay? What are the keepers? What needs to go? And what do you need to think about? People, places, and things. And a lot of times during this cycle, a lot of things change. Sometimes people move or change jobs. Some of them may be going through a lot of family dynamics. Okay? So know that at the end of this 18-month cycle, it's like a refreshment. But while you're going through it, it's almost like sometimes uneasy. Okay? And we all go through it, so nobody escapes the cycle. Okay? But I like to look at it like God having his hand on my back, that no matter what, I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to grow from it, even if it's got me a little teary-eyed. You understand? So what I say is that's good news. Also, too, you've got a master number for your month and day, which comes with a lot of responsibility, but it's a master builder number. So if you don't lie, cheat, scam, steal, or whatever, no matter what of the good and the not so hotsy-totsy times, God has your back and will help you rise to the top. You will always be able to rise to the top if you are spiritually and with humanity and centered. You have all the help from heaven. Believe me on that one.
Beautiful. Once again, if you were listening on YouTube, Joanne's website is Psychic Joanne Leo. Joanne is spelled with 2 N's and an E, and Leo like the lion.com. Please check out her website and get your own personal reading with Psychic Joanne Leo. We also have joining us, we have Kavita. Welcome, Kavita. And we have, Ruth Saltman. Thanks you for the information. Resonates with her.
Good.
Let me see. What else did she say? We also have Melissa Parks on here. Melissa Parks is the show host of Joyful Findings, also on Goldylocks Productions. Please check her out. Thanks for joining us tonight. Was Veronica from across the pond in Australia. Across the pond in Australia means New Zealand. So I learned that last week, so I was just showing off. Okay. So let me see. Anything? Melissa Parks. 3:30:71. And I got to get, I skipped a couple, so let me get back up there when you're ready. Pardon me.
Okay.
You have to cough at least once during your show.
Well, I've been a little forced. I think it's the red tide garbage.
Yeah, yeah, we have that here.
Well, this is interesting about where Melissa is this year. It's all about, a big scale of balance here, and it resonates to be in balance emotionally, because she's so sensitive that she's got to stay centered. She can't let anybody push her from, like a pendulum this way or that way. She's just got to stay centered this year, Melissa. You definitely are a nurturer. You definitely love life. You love being, your family is very, very important to you. This year, there's you got to roll with the flow, because as I explained in our previous shows, we're in a 5 universal year. And it's just like when Carolan introduces me, she'll always say, "Here comes Joanne, buckle up." Well, this is a buckle up year universally. And it does resonate and flow through all of us, because it does, even though that our numbers will change because our birthdays change, it's it can be where you just got to be flexible. So I'm telling everybody to make your middle name flexible this year, because that's exactly what it is. As far as well, it looks like you've got a good year going so far. I feel like the wrap up of June, I don't know what you've been working on, Melissa, but it should be good for you as far as bookings and stuff like that. New ideas, doing something different or new coming up in July, August, September. And then in October, November, and December, that's where you got to watch your, it's coming up, it's a karmic number. So it's always a warning or kind of a heads up. No speeding, no drinking, no driving, all that kind of good stuff. Watch contracts or anything that you need to sign or commit to. If you can delay it, that's great. But that's where you have to be very, very, what do I want to say? Focused. Okay? Very focused on anything that needs signatures.
Good deal. Thank you for that. Thank you, Melissa, for joining us tonight. As I said, Melissa's the host of Joyful Findings. Join her on Goldylocks Productions. Veronica V is our Australian lady who says, "Good day, and I got a date of birth of 4/25. Now, also, let me just point out a few people who did not give their date of birth. If you have a question that you would like Joanne to answer and use her pendulum, say that. We'll give it a shot. We got half hour yet, or almost a half hour. So if you have a particular question you want an answer to, don't forget, we can try that as well. So I'm sorry to interrupt you, Joanne. Go ahead.
No, that's okay. I just want to mention that this pendulum is programmed to the angel realm, the archangel realm.
That would be nice.
And Saint Michael the Archangel is in charge of all the angels. So look, I got a yes. Yeah, that's true.
Okay. So Laura Romero, if you have a question, hon, you're the Angels and Healing. If you have it's nice for you to get a message from an angel. If you have a question, please throw it in the comments, and I will do my best to get to it. So we're back to
We're back to Veronica.
Veronica.
Veronica, everything is like you got to think things through this year. It's like this big, humongous scale. Yeah, and if you heard me say good for me, not good for me. Healthy for me, not healthy for me. Decisions, changing things around that no longer serve you. Do not speed. Do not drink and drive, because you've got that for the whole year, not just for the months that I named for people. So it's affecting your whole 2021. So that's where you need to be. I love this word that fits this karmic number. Is the answer to it is, are you discerning? Are you discerning? And that is where your power is going to be, discerning. Okay. You've got to be very careful of anything that has to do with signing papers of any way, shape, or form. I don't care if it's buying an extended warranty. Make sure it is what they say it is, or any kind of contract if you're going to purchase something. Or let's say you're selling something and you're doing a bill of sale. Make sure that it's every I is dotted, T's crossed, and you get the buyer to make sure that they approve of what's on that slip, and keep a copy for yourself and give them the original. Okay, I get that very strongly, so pay attention to that. It's like you definitely have to do some. I think this is a good time for you, Veronica, to do any inner work. And there's a great book that I'd love for you to. I'm sure you can get it where you're at. I'm sure you got something like Amazon or whatever. I highly recommend this book. And the reason I recommend Heart Thoughts is because it's very uplifting, but it's also great lessons in there. Oh, look, I just opened this one. I love and accept myself exactly as I am. And it's got a beautiful little message. Every day is different. This one is, I have loving compassion for my father. Well, Father's Day is coming up. So whether they're here or in spirit, we do have loving compassion for them. I embrace my inner child with love. All kinds of wonderful lessons. This would be excellent for you, Veronica, because you're in a discerning cycle. Okay? So I like to say that's a little food from spirit. Okay?
Great. I just wanted to read a couple of comments. Richard Riddle had said, thank you, Joanne. I think that really resonated with him. Sometimes I shoot stuff out from the spirit world. I don't think he always can take it. So I'm really glad that he got a message tonight from you that he could appreciate. I also have Sam is on here, and she gave me, what was the other? Oh, Melissa Parks also said, awesome. Thank you very much. Super Space Cookie is Sarah. I'm going to get to you, hon. And LW, I'm going to get to you. And I'm going to get to Kavita and Amya and Laura. I just wanted to, let me see if Sam gave me a date of birth. Oh, here it is. Samir, Samir.
Oh, good. Samir.
11/27/70. We're going to get everybody that we can. We've got about 45 minutes.
Well, it's really funny how
not 45 minutes, excuse me.
Cycles, we have people from all different places, and consistently I've seen this number come up all over. And again, Samir, this is a very important about decisions, weighing things out. Don't be overcritical, okay? I like to, especially when I see this number, grab a piece of paper, draw a line down the middle, pros on one side, cons on the other. We have to get out of the head because we're going to just procrastinate here, okay? No speeding whatsoever this whole entire year. No drinking, driving, or anything like that. It will be that you have to watch everything that you sign. I don't care if it's a check, a contract, and like I said before, an extended warranty, whatever. Just Know what you're signing or what you're signing up for, whether you're buying something or selling something. Be very, very judicious. Also, too, I feel October, November, and December is going to be, things are going to start smoothing out a bit. But in July, August, and September, it's going to be about you making sure that you're communicating properly, and I'm a teacher of the I statement. When that was said, I was upset. When that happened, I was embarrassed. There's no fight with I, folks, okay? But if I say you embarrassed me, you said that, we're going to fight. So stay in your I so that you stand strong in your shoes and you get your point across. It's not that you're directing how you feel at that other person. You're stating strongly on where you're at. So communication, folks, is the breakfast of champions. You don't want to be the person sitting across the table looking with the person that has Joe in the headlights, and you don't know what they like, what's up, what's down, what's in, what's out. No, it's too much guesswork. Speak. I.
Great.
Okay? There you go. Samir.
Thank you so much. Veronica from Australia had said, thank you, Joanne. That was a lovely message. I don't speed or drink, so I'm good for the year, she says. Good for you.
Okay, so then just work on your inner part of you.
Okay. I have Robin's granddaughter. Okay, hold on. I'm getting to you, Kavita. I'm coming. Her granddaughter would like a message, please. Lonnie May.
Lonnie.
Yeah, LONNIE-MAE. And she's 12.
Wow.
Yeah. Here's Sarah joining us. Thank you for joining us, Sarah. Okay.
Well, the most important thing that I'd have to say to Lonnie would be that it's very important that she expresses herself. She's got the mark of either the writer or somebody who communicates very well if she gets into communication later on in some studies or schooling. Her downfall would be scattered energy of not completing things or having 5 things going and nothing gets, I go from this to that and I flip. So it's very important that she gets into the completion of one thing before she starts another thing. Also, too, very sensitive, very nurturing, very kind, loving girl here. I love that she's got enough sizzle, and even the first, like 1212 is a 3-3. Well, her first letter of her name, which is a part of her crown, that's a 3 as well too. So it's very important that she has good communication skills. That's absolutely essential for her. But she will develop if she stays focused and doesn't, start several different things at one time. She's got to focus there. As far as this year goes, this is going to be a year where she has to find her balance. It's kind of like the scale, and learning to emotionally express herself without stuffing it. I don't want her to stuff it, but she's got enough sizzle in her. She probably does speak up, so that's important. She doesn't like to be told what to do, how to do it, where to do it, or when to do it either. But she's a good gal. She's got enough stability there with that May part of her name. I like that. But it'd be interesting to see her whole chart. I love doing babies because before they're born, a lot of times it really helps with the way that the name or the names that they're considering, which one really works best for that baby. So anyway, I think she's got a good year coming up here. As long as she does her pros and her cons and that she stays focused is my big thing for her. Not to jump from this to that to the, got to be focused.
Okay. Thank you so much. We probably will not get to everyone this tonight because we have more people jumping on. I assume from Rumble and a few other places. Thank you so much. Please come back next week in the Psychic Flow. I'll be doing spirit readings. So I believe I'll be doing spirit readings next week. I haven't checked my calendar, but I think that's what I'm doing. But we'll be doing something exciting next week. So please join us next Thursday. Laura Romero has a question for us. 51060. If you could maybe give her a message with the pendulum about what direction to go in next, if that's not too general. I'm gonna ask something for her. Book.
It should be really a yes or a no direction.
Yes. Let's ask, is Laura Romero doing a book?
Well, I'm going to look at her numbers. So
Okay. But I think I just got that. So I think she's doing a book on something. Probably angels, download channeled information, maybe.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's more like a podcast.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
People are really going towards the Audible stuff and Audible books and podcasts or things like that. So, yeah, I think that would be really good. I think she needs to copyright stuff if it's her own stuff that she's coming up with to make sure that she has her copyright going. Okay, that's really, really important.
Good point.
Also, too, there's definitely she's going into a strong cycle of July, August, and September. Blinders off the eyes, cotton out of your ears, and no doubt. Okay, because doubt creates procrastination. So set your goals and put your pedal to the metal.
Wonderful. Linnell is with us tonight. Thank you, Laura Romero, for joining us tonight. Carol is with us. She says, always a great show. Linnell calls you lovely Leo.
I love it.
She enjoys you. And I wanted to get to Kavita, has a specific question. Let me see. Where is Kavita? About her trip. 4/11 is her birthday, April 11th. She says, any information about my upcoming trip in August?
Let's take a look. I think it's going to be fine as long as everything's confirmed. I definitely feel like it's an adventure for sure. No, I'm not seeing. Let me use my pencil.
Good.
Yeah, I feel everything's a go. I got a strong yes on it, Kavita. So you should be good.
Okay, good. Let me see who else I missed. So, Super Space Cookie is Sarah. I was looking to see if I had her date of birth. Yeah, 7/24/81. She's just a youngster.
Yeah, I love it. Okay. This is another one. It's going through significant changes here. Good, but it's an 18-month cycle of really getting things either not started, but getting clear on good for me, not good for me, healthy for me, not healthy for me, going up into that attic if she was listening, of people, places, and things. If who's the keepers, what do I, who needs to go, people, places, and things, and what you need to think about. So it's a good time to set goals. It's a good time to look at your past goals and maybe revamp them. Also, too, I would work on this 18 months of what you deserve. It's a great list to have. Because then you're very clear when it's on paper instead of trying to stuff everything in our brains here. to try to recall. So what do you deserve? And make your choices on who's in your circle by what you deserve. Okay. So this is a time if you have to retool that circle of people, then this is going to be the cycle that's going to happen. Also, it has to do with work or schooling or a lot of different aspects of our life. It really kind of gives us a chance to be rebirth. It's a rebirth, but as we go through the birth cycle, it's not always easy till the birth happens.
Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you so much. I wanted to just let you know some feedback here. Robin McGuire said, Lonnie Mae said, thank you. You made her day, Joanne.
Oh,
thank you so much. She says, I love you. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Now, let me see. I probably will not get to everybody. Did we do Amya, Amyah? Did we do her?
But
Okay.
I think what people need to understand when you're doing this kind of work and is confirmation. So the feedback that you guys give is really helpful because it just kind of just fuels the soul. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. What's that? Amyah?
Yeah, Amyah. I thought we did that, but I guess not.
No.
Okay, 12-1-5-05. 12-1-05. And if we can't get to you this week, please join us next week in the Psychic Flow, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can see us, catch us on Rumble and YouTube. Thank you so much.
Well, this is another one. And she's born in 2005.
Yeah, that's what she says.
Okay, so that's a youngin' we got here.
Yeah.
And so this is, really, you got to put your nose to the grindstone. It was crazy with anything to do with learning in school last year.
Oh,
so this is like you have to be more focused than anybody else at this conjuncture because it was very unsettling. But you're a smart cookie. And being a smart cookie, you need to figure out and then even maybe study on your own. It's really funny because my dad bought Encyclopedia Britannica, and if any one of us ever said we were bored, guess what we got handed? So you had to learn something. You didn't know how to spell a word or a word. Guess what? You got a dictionary. So what I'm trying to tell you, old school stuff works really good, and I want you to go the extra mile with your schooling. Very, very important, and don't put yourself down and think positive.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us, Amyah. Laura Romero said, thank you for the intel. And she is writing a book. So we got that. So do your podcast and a book, and you'll be blasting all over the internet. We look forward to hearing more about it, Laura. Thank you so much. Sugar Magnolia had said, thanks again. Resonates for me.
Great.
Vita. Donna Marie is new to us. Please join us next week if I don't get to you. We are down to 2 minutes left. I want to thank Joanne for joining us. PsychicJoanneLeo.com. Her website is in the comments. This is tailored, these readings, just to your information, and you will not get that anywhere else because it's not just numerology. It's not just life coaching. It's not just being intuitive. It is downloading your blueprint from heaven that only the soul reader, Joanne Leo, can do, and you will not regret it. Sometimes it's a little, it's like getting hit in the head with, a loaf of bread. Let's put it that way. But it's a wake-up call. When you do a reading with Joanne Leo, it's a wake-up call. It wakes you up to what you're supposed to be doing. And I mean, there's nothing like it. God bless you, Joanne, for everything that you do for all of us, for coming on the show. And Donna Marie from Ireland, welcome. And I hope that you will come back next week. If you did not receive a message, please join us next week here in the Psychic Flow. Everyone is saying it's an amazing job and amazing show. Thank you so much, Joanne.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Everyone have a wonderful evening, and I can't wait to have you back, Joanne. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you, and love you all. Thanks for joining.
Okay, good night.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron. Receive exclusive access to live stream special and other epic perks. Join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.